Frank.
Yeah,
Attempted
Really?
escape by Frank.
what a crazy
Wow,
episode.
wow, what a great finale.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you
But
all
that's
agree with
pretty gruesome. Yeah.
with this? Do you think it's the most gruesome
yeah,
death
that's
in
the
the
most brutal
MCU?
Probably. Yeah.
even
Probably rank up
for
Uh,
him.
there, maybe top
Well,
three, top three.
there was
if you
something
if you don't
similar.
if you don't count Deadpool, then probably yes.
Oh yeah,
Because I
but
mean, Deadpool
this
has a lot of resistance too.
Yeah, it's Kingpin back to his best form.
But yeah,
yeah,
that was quite brutal. Probably is one of the most uh, graphic ones, which was forced. The Deadpool one was like really
more
different.
comical.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
more
It was a bit
comical in
more,
that, but
yeah.
this one was like more intense. So
yeah.
yes,
This one
It's
like felt
it's off
like
his head. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, I haven't seen this since say Game of Thrones, which
Yeah,
featured
that's right.
something similar, which I recall. That was quite
Yeah, I remember that.
horrific as well. That one.
Yeah.
wash the head.
Yeah.
yeah, the whole
Yeah,
jaw, like what?
Yeah.
oh
Okay,
Joe, yeah, he's so strong. This matches his most brutal killing from the first season from the original
Yeah, that's
series,
right. When he
actually.
took the guy's head off with the
Yeah,
car door or
yeah, the
something.
car door. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Apparently, it took them a very long time to get the effect.
Okay. In
Yeah,
terms of the
if you're
effects.
interested, you can watch a video on your own. Like there's a video where they actually show you how they actually did the effects.
Right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And
Anyway.
Deadpool did it with like at the beginning of the movie as well, but that was already a skeleton.
Oh yeah, but that one, is kind of
Yeah, more comical. Yes, of
more
course.
comical.
Comical.
This one
Yeah,
is felt
It was
real.
intense. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. This
it
one,
was definitely more brutal. Yeah,
yeah, brutal.
It yeah, it was brutal in a way that he did in front of like all of uh the task force that he created.
yeah.
Hmm.
And Commissioner was still alive.
Mm.
Well, you kind of knew that he was gonna die.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Fairly
also
obvious.
coming. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I sort of saw
Hmm.
that.
Hmm.
Mm.
But what an episode. A lot of things happened.
Mm, for sure.
Like
yeah. Lots.
Vanessa and Fisk together. All right.
Together again, yes.
And it does
Yep.
seem like
Hmm.
Bullseye is like a wild card now.
Mm.
Yeah, who
He's
knows?
out and about. Who knows what he's gonna do
Maybe
next?
he's gonna be a good guy.
Mm. We don't know what will happen because now that he's free, he can basically do whatever he wants. Yeah.
Yeah, so he did the assassination, but I don't think now that we kind of know, he probably wasn't part of like he probably wasn't bought out or anything. It looked more like it was his vendetta against them.
Yeah.
But yeah, very unpredictable mind, I think.
Mm.
Mm,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then there was building an army, which is
Mm.
interesting.
Interesting what
yeah.
he said about the army. What does he mean by that? That's quite a mysterious thing to say.
Well, at the end, there was sort of,
Martial law.
Mm.
yeah, martial law, and
What he
Daredevil
said.
was talking to those group
Mm.
of people. Um,
Resist, rebel, rebuild.
Mm.
yeah. So, I think people are speculating, yeah, who's gonna be
That same.
in the team, in the army.
Maybe he's
Yeah,
gonna bring in
Mm,
a few people.
mm.
think I think they're
Yeah.
hinting. Yeah, a new team. It's really teasing us. It's hinting maybe
Mm.
the Defenders or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, something like the Defenders.
Yeah. Looks like he's bringing in other Avengers characters.
Yeah, this is an article about who possibly could join. Spider-Man could be
Okay.
there because he's in
Spider-Man,
New
he is based
York.
in New York already.
Miss Marvel, because they
Miss
actually
Marvel,
did reference her
yeah, Miss
in
Marvel is obviously from Jersey, so that's a
and
possibility.
they and
It is
Met
possible, but
Kamala
They already
then
met
there.
her dad.
but considering those they considered more superheroes, not
Yeah, correct.
vigilantes.
True. More less grounded. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Jessica Jones, for sure.
Okay,
She's
yeah.
still
Jessica
around.
Jones. I actually did like that series when it was out before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same. Yeah. Hope they
Luke
bring her back.
Cage, another one of the Defenders.
Yeah, they did that
He was
as
pretty good
they
too.
they did that as a series before, like the Defenders. Yeah,
Yeah. They had
Luke
them
Cage has
all,
his
four
own
of them.
series, doesn't he?
Or
yeah.
Danny Rand, Iron Fist.
Okay. Yeah.
That was the worst performing one.
True.
Yeah, probably not very good.
Or Colin Wing. Everyone loves Colin Wing.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that one. I didn't really watch the series.
Well, she's
One of the
yeah,
highlight of
she was
He
in
Iron
was
Iron
Fist.
in
Fist.
the Iron Fist series as
No,
well.
I did not watch that series at all because I kept hearing it was bad.
Yeah. I think I saw only one episode, but I haven't seen, like, I've seen the pilot, but I don't think I've seen the other episodes. There were just so many different things to watch, like it's just,
Yeah,
Misty Knight also from was she in Iron Fist? Yes. Iron Fist season 2.
Hmm.
Or Kate Bishop's Hawkeye,
We've got Hawkeye. We already know.
maybe.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
very possible.
Hawkeye. It that
She's
one
human.
that probably
Um,
has the biggest link though.
yeah.
Yeah, because Kingpin
Bishop.
was
Swordsman.
Well, Kate
yeah.
Bishop's
Yeah,
already
Swordsman.
Was the swordsman? Yeah.
had an encounter with her, so in the Hawkeye series, so they've already met,
Yeah.
And what about Echo?
and then Echo
Release.
could come back as well.
Ooh. Yeah,
Mm.
Echo. I thought we were going to get her in
Yeah,
the
but we
show,
didn't
but
see
we
her.
didn't.
No.
Not yet.
Maybe in the second season.
Especially in Hawkeye when they had like the whole like
Confrontation.
they were against each other like with Kingpin.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Both Kate Bishop and Echo fought Kingpin
Yeah.
in the Hawkeye series.
Oh,
And the
Swordsman.
Swordsman,
Well, he's currently captured though.
he's captured,
We
but
saw him at the end there
yeah.
in prison.
In the cage. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he'll probably break out of prison just like
Just like Punisher did.
Like the
I'm
Punisher,
pretty
yeah.
sure he'll find a way to get out.
Yeah.
Knowing him. Yeah, he'll find a way.
Oh yes, of course.
But
Angela.
Angela's still
Hmm.
on the loose, which we saw then.
Yeah.
The second White Tiger.
Hmm.
Or Moon Knight. We haven't seen Moon Knight in a while.
Yeah, I wonder if he might make a comeback. Who knows?
Possibly.
Hmm.
I think there have been a lot of like announcements for like Marvel and Star Wars stuff recently, so I haven't gone through the entire thing, but I have heard quite a few things of like new
Hmm.
projects coming.
Hmm.
Like new Star Wars projects.
That'd be interesting to see what with
Fantastic Four just stopped the trailer and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
There's probably more, but I haven't seen every single thing in there.
Yeah. I feel like the Fantastic Four is much more of a reboot. It definitely looks very different to
Yeah.
what I imagine.
MCU version.
Yeah. But they did have like the Silver Surfer in that trailer, in the new trailer. So that was interesting.
Hmm.
Hmm.
But the second season of Born Again will be about a year from now.
Okay.
Yeah, March
Yeah, it's
2026.
understandable because they're still filming.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still shooting it.
Yeah, and this one definitely did seem to be framed like there will be a second season. They
Oh
set up a
yeah.
lot of like
it's already been announced.
Yeah,
It's already
I
been
know they
confirmed,
have.
actually.
Yeah.
Mm.
But in terms of how they set it up at the end of this
Hmm.
series, it does sort of like it could be like a full ending as well. But
Hmm.
then again, they also framed it like there will actually be a second one.
Yeah. I mean, the whole, we're gonna build.
With Frank Castle escaping and building the scene, yes.
Yes, and then Frank Castle, escaping. So very interesting. And then Karen Page is back too, so
Yep.
she's gonna be
Yeah.
part of the team.
Yeah,
So
right at the end.
so I think maybe we'll see more of her, hopefully, in season 2,
Mm.
because we barely saw her at all this season.
Mm.
So yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
and I think Foggy may return next season. Because apparently the actor's name is in the credits. Who knows how
Maybe
that's gonna
maybe
happen?
because of what he discovered in the Red Hook thing.
Yeah, probably
That'll
like
probably feature a bit more. They'll flesh it out a bit more, I think.
yeah, probably like flashback or like what's happened scenes that led up to that
Mm.
him finding out. So he's probably
About that motion that he was
he's
talking about.
yeah, he's probably still dead there, I think.
Yeah.
The theory that he might actually be alive, not too sure.
Yeah, that seems a bit far-fetched. I mean, he
Yeah,
doesn't have superhero powers or anything, so it's like,
it's
how
still
is he coming back?
yeah.
It seems a bit, yeah. So I think it's more of a flashback kind of feature.
Yeah, I think so too. Even though it possibly could work in theory,
Mm.
but not really. It's a bit too far-fetched there.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of theories going out and about
Mm.
in the show, so
Mm.
who knows?
Mm. That's right. And also in I think season 2 of Daredevil, they featured a lot of Elektra. So I'm wondering whether she'll make a comeback as well and join the team. But who knows?
Oh, is there Elektra?
Electra, yes.
Oh, I probably didn't see that
She was
announcement.
only in season 2, I think, of Daredevil. So she wasn't in
Oh, you
all
mean
of
the
it.
Netflix one? I haven't
Yeah.
seen the
Yeah,
Netflix
the
one.
Netflix one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
I missed out on that one.
but it's possible that she will make an appearance too. Um,
Who played Elektra? Not the same Elektra that I'm thinking of.
no, not Jennifer
French
Garner.
act French, I think French actress. Or half French.
Elodie,
Yeah.
Elodie Yung, I think.
Elodie Young, Young,
Hmm,
Young, yeah.
right. Interesting.
That's right. So yeah, because I don't even know what happened with that whole storyline about the black, what was it? Something
The
black,
the hand, is it?
the black hand, or something like that. I don't know what happened to them. Like it just, you know,
But
just sort of disappeared.
was that a storyline in the original?
Yeah, in
Yeah,
season 2, it was like
Netflix.
this group of ninjas. Yeah.
Yeah, she's part
Okay.
of the hand. Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
Actually, she became maybe the leader of the hand or something. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
Hmm.
But in any case, I think they're gonna focus more on Fisk anyway in season 2. So I think
Yeah, and martial law, like he announced martial law for New York. Whoa.
interesting how that will play out.
Yeah. And we kind of know how martial law kind of doesn't easily work out.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I've lived under martial law because in the Philippines there was a time when we were under martial law and there was a curfew, but it was 10 o'clock, not 8.
Hmm.
Luckily we got 2 more hours.
yep,
Master Law in
Yeah,
Philippines. Yeah.
yeah,
yep.
Wow.
And the recent one in South Korea as well.
yeah.
That one did not end too well.
Yeah, that one with the impeachments and everything. So people don't like martial law. So
Yeah, I think
there's gonna be pushback for sure.
yeah, that was
Eventually.
quite an interesting one.
Mm.
Was it like the prime minister or something who got like arrested after?
Yeah.
I forget.
And then even the guy who replaced him was impeached too.
Oh, all I just know has happened. I didn't really read all
It's
into the whole
pretty
thing.
chaotic.
So yeah, I heard this was chaotic. I
It
didn't
was really chaotic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Let's have a look. Okay.
FBI corruption.
Agent
Right.
Nadine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was a major player in the FBI from Daredevil season 3. Yeah. I don't even remember.
Oh, all
Anyway,
right.
Yes. So yeah, I remember that.
truth about
Yeah.
Red Hook. Yes.
So now we know what Red Hook is.
Yes. Oh, the area create their own city state.
Mm.
And that's why Foggy was marked for death.
That was why
like
Falcon,
Vanessa,
because it didn't really make sense. Why would Vanessa suddenly go after Falcon?
Foggy. Yeah.
So it
Given
was
what
to
he
cover it
discovered,
up, yeah.
Mm.
she needed to make sure that it didn't get out.
Mm.
Hmm.
Chris white suit.
He's
There
got
you
to wear his
go.
suit again.
He's back in his white suit.
Yeah, just like the comics, he's known to have the white
Always white.
suit.
Yeah, so he can't really stop being Kingpin. So he's back to
Mm.
being Kingpin again.
Yeah, very Kingpin thing to do.
That's his iconic look.
Yep. So martial law, three white lockdown. Oh, okay. Yeah. Recent comics also feature that. Uh-huh. And always a kingpin. Never change.
Yep.
Yellow.
Yeah, which is kind of different because it's like now in 2025 we had one sort of like enemy who turned good,
Mm-hmm.
and now one who doesn't even change at all.
All right.
The other one was in in the movie,
Okay.
the Captain America one.
Right, right, right.
Like that guy did change.
You mean
I actually haven't watched it yet.
oh,
The new one, the new Captain America, I think.
Yeah. But yeah, just watch it. It's fairly okay. It's probably not the best, but
you mean President Ross?
yeah, he
Oh,
actually did change. Not
oh
like
yeah,
this
yeah.
guy who didn't change.
Right, right, right. That's that guy, yeah. At least he got his daughter come in and yes.
He's the one. Um, he was in the Hulk, wasn't he?
Yeah, 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 Red
Like
Hulk. Hmm.
he was General Ross before he
Yeah,
became.
General
Mm.
Ross, but they have to get a different actor
Yeah, because
because
William Hurt died.
yeah, he died
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
and replaced with Harrison Ford.
Hmm. Oh, this is Pim Pim.
That's a bit of a Easter egg, isn't it?
Him,
Seeing
yeah,
that logo,
yeah,
the PIM,
Yeah.
yeah,
like Pym particles.
yeah. So we've got that sort of Ant-Man reference
Yeah,
there.
Oh yeah. Got a phone call. Karen, yeah, Karen Page.
so now we know who helped
Yeah.
the
Karen
Punisher.
Page. Only Karen Page could have convinced
Yeah,
Punisher to help Daredevil.
Mm,
yeah,
yep.
of course.
And he always calls him Red.
Red.
Mm,
That's his
yep.
nickname for
Mm.
Daredevil.
So that probably means he works at the yellow suit.
Uh, Yellow is a bit too, I don't
Yeah, but
know.
the yellow suit was a bit weird.
Mm.
Confirming he killed White Tiger. Cole North. Yep.
So it was him who killed.
Yeah, with the bullet.
He's basically admitted to it anyway.
Yeah, he admitted to it.
He confessed to them.
Mm,
And Frank's love of coffee.
Yes, it's definitely into that.
mm, yep.
Inspector Gadget Boo Boo. Punisher still can't get behind superheroics. No
Mm,
patience for Daredevil's Inspector Gadget.
mm.
That very familiar vigilante mask. Ooh. Uh, looks like
That was when those officers killed that kid.
oh, Mac Miller's original black mask.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Does look a lot like that the first sort of costume that he had before he got the red suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but they killed him and they justified it by that.
That pretending he was a vigilante, even though he wasn't.
Yeah, he probably wasn't. He just probably just had it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we won't really know because they never even questioned. They were just aggressive,
Mm.
which is not a good thing to do. So it's like it is illegal. So what Fisk is doing with the task force is actually highly illegal, as they have said.
Mm.
And yeah, the heartbeats. There was a potential romance between her and him. So
I think they got quite close when he was part of the Daredevil series.
yeah, there's a potential love triangle here. Yeah.
And then she also appeared in the Punisher series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Avocados, hello.
That was their joke.
It's supposed to
They were
be
Beanie.
avocados.
Yeah, they went to university with Electra, so that was because he couldn't pronounce it properly. Abrogado. He called it avocado.
Murdoch sees the world. Surely like a city on fire, 1,000 suns. Interesting. That's how he
So
sees
it's
the
not
world.
total blindness, really.
Yeah, no.
It's not actually like everything's
He
black.
does see like
There are flashes of light that he
mm,
sees.
yeah, army. So in the comics you got, you know,
So he's talking about the defenders.
like potentially these people,
Mm.
Spider-Man, Moon Knight, Luke Cage, we talk about all these Echo,
Mhm.
Iron Fist, Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
So maybe some of them would be in season 2.
Mm. It would be very, very cool to see some.
And then we got
Um,
yeah, so Punisher captured but seems to escape. And also yeah, the swordsman.
mm. But I think they'll both escape. Well, it looks like Punisher has already escaped. Um, from
Yeah. And then we got this painting in the background, which was the first painting that brought them together in the original Netflix. But it got stained by blood. You can see a bit of blood.
Yeah. Well, that was actually Wilson Fisk's blood, wasn't it? It was his own blood.
Wilson
Yeah.
Fisk.
This was when he was involved in this three-way fight. It was him, Daredevil,
Him,
Wilson.
Daredevil, and Bullseye.
Yeah.
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 And he was injured, so his blood splashed onto the painting. So it's actually
Angela Del Toro, potentially
is she
the
the new
new White Tiger.
Could
Yeah,
be.
we kind of said that several times before.
Yeah. The next
After all, her
season.
uncle left her the costume, so yeah. So
Men Without Fear, connecting to New York City Without Fear.
City Without Fear.
So who knows? He may be getting his own special.
Yeah,
Oh,
Punisher might. So I've said about that one.
Yeah, because there
yeah.
was a special MCU presentation.
we were going to do a one-off.
Yeah, like in
Development.
development. So potentially this could come before season 2.
They might do that as an in-between thing.
Yeah, in between thing like 2.5, 1.5.
Because the Punisher also had like 2 seasons.
They have one or two. What two?
Two seasons.
Two
The
seasons.
Netflix original.
Like
Yeah.
it's a series.
I think he needs his own movie, that guy.
Yeah, probably.
Great
Yeah,
character.
yeah.
The anti-hero.
Yeah, I mean, it's always interesting because they disagree, right? Him and Daredevil. Daredevil doesn't want to kill. Punisher has no problems killing
Yeah.
if
Yep.
they're bad guys. So that's always been a philosophical difference between them.
Yeah, they're still allies.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bit tough between two, like those.
I mean, they do work pretty well together. The fight scene, this one's pretty good. But they just have different like ideas about killing or not
Daredevil doesn't want
killing.
to kill anyone. He wants to use either the legal system.
No, and he does have a Catholic background, so that would
have,
have
find a different way to
influence him in that way.
Yeah, always tough when it comes to something like that. It's like you're always going to have a bit of like
Daredevil.
Yeah,
differences in terms of
that's the sort of thing that led to Marvel Civil War as well. A difference in ideologies.
yeah.
And you couldn't say that one side is right or wrong, right? They both have valid reasons.
It's like with Steve Rogers and Iron Man sort of at odds with
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think the
that's
Accords. Well, it was over the what was it? The Accords in
The
Sokovia
Accords.
Accords,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
That
they're
was
called
Because
in
that
Civil War.
whole city got destroyed.
yeah.
Civil War.
Yeah.
No, in Avengers.
In the
Oh,
Avengers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
that.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
city was destroyed in the Avengers, but they brought up the Sokovia Accords
That's
in
right.
Civil War.
Civil War.
Oh yeah, that's it.
So effectively, you could blame the robot guy. I forgot the name already.
The robot.
Ultron. That's it.
Ultron.
Yeah,
Ultron.
yeah. There are too many characters now. It's hard to like.
It's so hard to keep track
Yeah.
of everyone.
Yeah, and it's also getting late, so my brain is a bit tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Oh.
we've got Thunderbolts coming out soon, so that's another one with we've got returning characters, but I think also some new ones probably.
Yeah, Red Guardian,
Yeah, Bucky Barnes.
Bucky
Bucky
Barnes,
Barnes.
See,
We know
see how they
Yelena
all
is
work
back.
together.
Black Widow.
Ghost,
Yeah.
Ghost is
Black
back.
Widow, Ghost, yeah.
Yep, there's Taskmaster, I think.
Taskmaster, yeah.
Yeah.
Good to see how they work together.
Yeah. I think that one is so far, I think,
2nd of May, right? Oh,
yeah, looking all right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really saying like 2 weeks.
Early May. Yeah.
Is that a movie? It's a
Yeah,
movie, isn't
yeah,
it?
it is. Yeah.
Forward to that.
Oh, we'll see it.
Well,
Will we
yeah,
see it in
was-
IMAX?
No,
Would we
not
see
this
it?
one. IMAX
Oh, not
will
IMAX.
wait for Superman. Yeah.
Maybe watch it on Saturday. We watch it on Saturday then.
It'd be tough though. Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday is more expensive.
I think that Saturday there seems to be
I'll still be-
something. Not
I'll
sure.
still be overseas when it comes out, so I'll
Yeah.
probably watch it when I come back.
Yep, depends on
Yeah.
like the Saturday as well because most tickets they don't do the Saturday.
Oh.
Yeah, they have the no free tickets thing, or you can't see it if it's after 5. It has
Oh
to
yeah,
be
before.
Yeah,
We'll see
depends on like the tickets that you get as well.
Makes sense.
Because some of them you could still use on the day, just a bit more expensive. Some of them just outright don't allow it.
Makes sense. I see.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
If you guys watch it on the second Saturday, yeah, let me know. Yeah.
Second
Okay.
Saturday. Oh, second Saturday.
I'll probably be watching it the second one anyway. Because I'll
yeah.
be watching Miku first.
Yeah.
Oh. Interesting. Cool.
But
Good.
yeah, back to Daredevil.
Yeah.
I'm looking
We'll
forward
do
to
the
season
review
2.
first. We'll do the review
I
first.
feel like season 2 is gonna be much more action packed. Because
Season 2. Yeah.
You've got the task force, you've got Daredevil sort of building his own, in a way, task force as well.
Yeah. So in terms of what it looks like, it might not actually be like so court-like anymore. Like the first few episodes of this show was like you were in court, so you were thinking it would be like courtroom drama, and it did start off like that, but then it like shifted away.
Yeah, it shifted away from that very quickly into something else. So, yeah.
Yeah, okay, we'll start with who wants to go. Maybe. Well, Jeff never saw the episode tonight.
Did you see the finale?
I think
saw
she
bits and
only
pieces.
popped in after it ended.
After the main one, the main scene, is it?
Huh?
I saw little bits and pieces of it, but not. I must have missed some parts of it.
Yeah.
But I think it was really good, I guess, overall as well.
As a series. you know.
Yeah, series, yeah.
Yeah, so give your episode score and your season score.
Um, look, I think this one was definitely the finale was really. I think it was really good. This one, so I'm gonna give it a 9, based on all the expectations and the fight scenes and the follow up for the second one. Series, I think I'll probably give it an 8 overall.
Ooh,
Uh,
an 8. Wow.
Yep.
an 8. But the finale is really good. Yeah, it'll lead up to the next one and the movies as well coming up.
Yes.
Hmm.
Oh, who wants to go? Bill? Oh, Bill around or not?
Bill? You there?
Ooh,
Maybe not.
Hmm.
did we lose it?
Bernie?
Bernie?
Oh,
He's
give me a
probably
sec.
watched it.
Put in my clothes away. Yep, I'm here. Yeah, I thought the finale was excellent, full of just full of things happening, and
Hmm.
it was. I'd definitely give it a 9 out of 10.
Wow.
Ooh,
Yeah, it
Hmm.
really
wow.
hints. It really hints what's coming. Like they're really teasing us that they're going to form a team
Hmm.
because Daredevil
Hmm.
realizes at the end, because the current page made him realize that you can't, defeat him alone. So he's going to form
Hmm.
a team. So I can't wait to see
Yep.
who the members are. Hopefully, some members from the Defenders.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I just like to highlight some points. Like I like the relationship between it's good to see Curran Page back. You know, having some being part of the story now, and
Hmm.
yeah, I like how they teasing between the relationship between her and Matt Murdock and her and Frank Castle. Um,
Hmm.
so it's interesting, and it's just good conclusion at the end. They're showing all
Hmm.
the characters um, and I like the speech at the end by Matt Murdock. It was
Mm.
a very
Hmm.
fitting speech.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, so I think yeah, we can't wait. We can't wait for season 2. I think it'll be more action packed and more character arcs, and probably a few reintroductions to previous characters into the show. So yeah, can't wait for that to see who they reintroduce back into the show into the second season, and good to see Daredevil back to his full form, and obviously seeing Kingpin back to his best evil form. You know, yeah, all along he's always had he's never lost Kingpin. He said he's changed in the beginning, but in the end we know that
Yeah.
he's still got the Kingpin inside of him. And yeah,
Yep, he doesn't change.
he doesn't
Yeah,
change.
it doesn't really change. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just love how the series develops into this finale, and I give the whole series a 8.5. Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Who's next?
Steph.
I'll give this episode, the season finale, 8.5 because I really enjoyed it. And then the previous episode I didn't give my score, so I'll give that one an 8.
Mm.
I really liked both of the episodes. And this one was a good way to, ramp up that, inevitable um, takeover by Kingpin of the city. We sort of always knew that was his intention, but now it makes it complete in a way. This takeover of New York. Um, there was all that build up right from the beginning and sort of culminates in this. So I thought that was a great way to end the first season on. And also, I really liked, the fact that finally Punisher and Karen Page came back into the picture again. Um, in the finale, and I think we'll hopefully see more of them in season two.
Mhm.
And yeah, it'd be interesting to see as well now that Heather is more involved with Fisk, how that's gonna play out, considering she's sort of still in a relationship with Matt. It'll be interesting to see how that sort of affects their relationship too.
Yeah, they didn't finish covering that part because now it's like in a limbo area for that.
It's a bit of a limbo, isn't it? Like because they seem to have this conflict in ideals themselves in their own philosophy. Because she is more on Fisk's side when it comes to how she views and perceives vigilantes. She agrees with Fisk,
Mhm.
so she's at odds with with Matt.
Yep,
Obviously, since Matt is a vigilante, but she doesn't know that.
yep.
Mhm.
So it'll
And
be
she
interesting.
probably has not seen what Fisk is doing.
Hmm.
Would she actually agree if she saw?
Hmm. Yeah,
Right.
and she doesn't know that Matt Murdock's Daredevil. That's the other thing. There's no reveal yet, so it'd be interesting to see what she chooses in the end, whose side she chooses
Oh,
once
yeah.
she finds out who they both really are, basically. Because at this point, she's still in the dark.
She doesn't know. Jessica is her. She doesn't know, right?
Yeah,
Jessica.
so Heather doesn't know who the real identity of Daredevil is. So she doesn't know it's Matt.
Not
Mm.
Jessica,
Um,
Heather.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah.
and she doesn't know what Wilson Fisk is really like.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
so it'd be interesting to see how that plays out in season two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Um,
that's true.
definitely
and
going to be interesting.
yeah, and who did he choose as the replacement for Gallo, Commissioner Gallo? It didn't really say, does it? Did it?
No.
Who was gonna take over
Yeah,
as the new commissioner?
No, they just said that he was retired or something, and then
Yeah,
Yeah.
even
but then
though
it
he
was,
was dead.
but yeah, he was dead. But yeah, well,
So,
we'll see. We'll see what happens. With the task force next season as well. Whether they appoint a new commissioner or whether they don't. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing which characters from like previous seasons of the Daredevil and or just previous related series like Echo and Hawkeye will come back.
Mm.
So, yeah. My series score, I think, yeah, overall 8.
Mm.
It I think it's been consistently good um for pretty much every episode of Daredevil Born Again.
Mm.
I've really enjoyed all of the episodes. I don't think there was really an episode that I didn't like. I think they were all really great. So yeah, looking forward to more. Yeah.
I think for me, it was a good
Yeah.
finale. I mean, got
Mm.
some good moments. Daredevil and Punisher team up was a highlight. Um, the Kingpin crushing the head moment was pretty gruesome
The paper.
They're pretty
and
cool.
gory.
Yeah.
I think, but I think they definitely wanted to show that to make us really, really, really hate Kingpin.
Kingpin.
Yeah,
Uh,
they really got
so
into that with the behind the scenes footage, definitely.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. You can see how they actually
Then,
like
like,
accomplish that
I think it's just
effect.
to emphasize how ruthless he is.
Yeah, and how he's back to his old ways, or maybe he has never really changed at all. Like underneath. So,
Yeah, some people
uh,
don't ever change.
Mm.
yeah. So I think yeah, it sets up the next season quite nicely. It's got good action. It also and it does what every season finale should do, which is
Mm.
end it on a little bit of a cliffhanger,
Yeah.
so that we want to come back for more.
Mm.
So I'll
yeah.
give it a maybe 8.5. And for the
Mm.
season,
Wow.
it's been consistently good. I agree with all of you. so far. Like perhaps in the first few episodes there was maybe not as much action because like Matt Murdock's just
Courtroom
out of
drama.
action, but obviously it was done on purpose, right? They needed
Yeah.
him to be out of action for a while before getting back into action.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
when it did, it definitely picked up.
Yeah.
And I think even though it doesn't quite reach the heights of the Netflix series, I still think the Netflix series is better. But I
Yeah, I
think
agree
this
actually.
this is just the start of many more, which I personally think will get better from here.
Yeah.
Mm. So I'll give it an 8.
Mm.
Ooh, solid.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jono,
Yeah,
next.
yeah, I enjoyed it as well. And in terms of like series, I don't tend to like cliffhangers all too much. But then this one did it a bit differently, so
Mm.
it was sort of like a cliffhanger, but also might not actually have to be. Like the scene in the cafe, that could have been just an ending, and then
Mm.
we could just speculate on what happens.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually have to lead to a next season, but in the way that they framed it, it's kind of both. It's both like you could speculate everything will turn out and whatever. But as well, it's like it is setting up for the next season. So it is cross between a cliffhanger and also not being a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a lot of ideas, themes of creating it. So very interesting on how they did that.
Mm.
We did get like the whole uh Dex Bullseye escaping.
Yeah.
He and yeah, and now knowing that he killed Foggy
Mm.
because of Vanessa telling Red for the whole Red Hook operation thing.
Mm.
So yeah, that a lot of things happen.
Mm.
And yeah, the whole like Fisk using the whole bullseye thing to like create the anti-vigilante task force
Yeah.
and to do that martial law.
Mm.
So he used that like, but then he also wanted to target Matt himself, not Daredevil.
Mm.
In the hospital, he sent a hit on Matt, not Daredevil,
Yeah.
because they wanted to use him as like a scapegoat or like a reason of to why he wanted to do it, like make him like a martyr or something.
Yeah. Like he was saying, dead hero is better than alive vigilante.
Yeah,
So he wanted him to die, like, oh, he died saving him, and he was killed by a vigilante. So therefore it justifies this martial law.
yeah,
Because,
exactly.
because
But that kind of backfired. He escaped from the hospital anyway.
mm, yeah.
Commissioner Gallagher did the whole opposition thing,
Mm.
but then he was betrayed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Sheila.
Sheila recorded him and showed Fisk.
Yeah, so that led to Gallo being killed.
Yeah.
Yep, and then Matt finding Frank Castle, the whole battle, getting Karen Page in.
Mm.
They didn't really know Karen Page too much because she was from the original series,
Mm.
and yeah, a lot of things happened. But really solid episode. Like so much happened.
Mm. It was definitely eventful.
Yep, and then the hideout blows up. Like what?
Yeah.
Yep, and then the whole martial law. That was absolutely insane. Like
Mm.
the anti-vigilante task force kills a kid,
Mm.
without much reason.
Yeah.
Like it's already like kind of taboo for to happen now. Like even in the US, we see a lot of shootings happen, like mistakes and whatever. But this one just did it, and they just
Hmm.
say, yeah, he was a vigilante
Hmm.
with not much reason. That is like
Hmm.
highly illegal.
Yeah.
But then again, they actually did have a whole conversation about them saying that it was illegal originally already he when Kingpin went like all angry about needing it.
Hmm.
So yeah, having the ending like resist, rebel, rebuild, that was a good speech.
Hmm.
But then yeah, what comes next
Hmm.
is if Matt is building like a little army with his people.
Hmm.
I didn't know like everyone in that group,
Yeah.
but Karen Page was in it.
Yes.
Punisher might be coming in,
Yeah.
and then all of the other characters.
Yeah. I recognize one of the detectives. Well, two of them, Detective
Ah,
Cherry, who is supposedly retired, and then Detective Kim as well.
yeah.
Hmm.
And yeah, in terms of the series as a whole, it's not like the same each episode. Like I came into the show kind of like expecting sort of like a courtroom drama,
Hmm.
but it did start off like that. And I thought that was kind of cool. Like we get a proper like courtroom drama Marvel style, and then it kind of shifts because it seems to be more narrative than actually trying to stick to a particular formula, which is
Hmm.
quite good. I like to have more of a narrative flow story. And yeah, a lot of series now are doing more of a narrative flow.
Hmm.
And other shows like CSI, Law and Order, they stick to a particular thematic thing that they do well. And then they didn't really change from that. That's fine too. But yeah, I do prefer like the more narrative style, so I did enjoy it that it did actually shift, like the focus shifts, so we get more of the better storyline overall.
Hmm.
Did it quite well. So for the episode, I'd give it a maybe an 8.5.
Hmm.
It was solid and they did a lot of stuff quite well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we do get the action as well, which we kind of wanted from the beginning. And we got it like in the last two
Yeah.
episodes. Like,
There's so much
what
action.
the heck?
It's pretty
Yeah.
action.
And we get
yeah,
that gory moment which was like shocking.
Hmm.
That was insane. And yeah, in terms of the series, I'd give it probably about 7.5.
Hmm.
They did a lot of things differently to other series. They did a lot of things well. And narrative wise, it's probably one of the strongest
Hmm.
ones, I think, in terms of how they proceeded with the story. It definitely deserved a season two.
Hmm.
I think yeah, IGN I think very similar to what we've given. So episode
yeah, very
is
similar.
9.
Wow.
So epic you'll make your head explode, literally.
Is there funny?
For the
Yeah.
It was very
season it's an
jaw-dropping.
8.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think yeah, it's like Jeff had 9 and 8. So an 8. It also says that it doesn't quite reach the heights of Netflix.
On
Uh,
Netflix.
but it
Yeah,
does
I
succeed
agree with
where
that.
it matters most, and it's probably gonna get better.
Yep.
So a
Oh,
9 and an 8.
oh really? Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happens now, you think? Like,
What happens now? Ooh, yes. Well, he's gonna be an army, that's for sure.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Gonna get
it's
a
going to be sort
gonna
of
get
like
a
a
team. Yeah.
war for New York, likely.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna be a Defenders type of show. Maybe
Well,
not,
well,
but
at least a resistance movement.
yeah, it's more of a
There will be
movement.
some resistance for
So
sure.
it's probably not just
Mm.
him going at it alone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But he's got
definitely
a
hinting
team.
forming a team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that we kind of got. Like, then from what Steph said, a bunch of them are actually former cops.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, resist, rebel, rebuild. So they are resisting. So it is more of like a resistance force.
Mm.
Yep. And as well, Kingpin now controls everything. Like, Kingpin is
Oh, he's the
still
Like
mayor.
there.
mayor of New York, and he also has a Red
Yeah.
Hook.
Now it controls all the politics too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the task force and everything.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
That's
Punisher escapes.
Yep.
escapes.
Yeah.
He might
Which is
have his
great.
own movie, as we have said.
Really hope so. Yeah.
One off MCU special.
Yeah, special. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spin-off.
Jeez.
Yep.
Yeah, because definitely there was a special presentation
Yeah, that's been
recently.
confirmed.
Mm.
Yeah, that's
So what we saw here, right, is the perfect setup
Which-
for his upcoming show.
Right.
I see.
Mm.
yeah. And now knowing the Punisher, it'll probably be like kind of R-rated stuff
Mm.
because it's
Yep.
quite violent.
Well, it
It'll
will be
definitely be
a
very
Well,
violent.
MCU special feature. Yeah, it'll be a special feature.
It'll be a special like a movie.
Special
Well,
features tend to be like a bit
more
shorter.
like
it's like this one here.
Mini series.
Remember Werewolf by Night
or the
or
Guardians of the
the
Galaxy.
Guardians Holiday? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
maybe just
okay.
a
Like that.
one-off.
I
Yeah,
reckon it'll be something.
possibly.
Yeah.
Mm.
And Bullseye is still a wild card.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's
He's
still
always been a bit
gone
more.
rogue. He's gone really
Yeah.
rogue. He'll be back.
He'll be back again, I think, in season 2.
Yeah.
Mm.
I want to point out. Yeah, I think Punisher, the way the actor plays the character, he plays it so well. John
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 Bernthal.
Bernthal.
Yeah,
John
it's good.
Bernthal.
It's
I
good.
think he's a really underrated actor. He's a great actor, and he
Yeah.
plays the Punisher just almost perfectly. Yeah.
Yeah. And for season 2, do you think what happens to Heather?
Yeah, I
Ah,
wonder whose side she'll end up being because she's sort
yeah.
of in between, isn't she?
Yeah, she keeps
It's
siding
like
with
in between.
Kingpin.
There's a lot she doesn't know about both of them.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, maybe she'll die. I have a feeling. Yeah. Because I mean
Possibly.
the thing is
Because
Karen
she's
Page is
stuck in the
back.
middle.
She's stuck in the middle and Karen Page is back. So
Mm.
you
Yeah.
know, maybe Matt will go back
Yeah.
to Karen.
Yeah.
I think Kingpin will use her as leverage against
Maybe, yeah,
Daredevil. Maybe. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So she's the
And yeah. And will Heather eventually find out, or will she not?
Or maybe
We
by then it'll
don't
be
really
too
know.
late, you know, it'll be too deep into it.
Possibly, yeah.
Mm.
Yep. But the whole like
Mm.
martial law
Yeah, interesting.
doesn't tend to happen so much, but it it has been happening recently now than before. Like the Philippines martial law, you said, as well as like South Korea. That whole thing was absolutely insane.
Mm.
Yeah. It was big news. Very shocking. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, so we know that it can happen.
Yeah.
It's actually closer to what might actually happen in like governments now than we think,
Mm.
because it has happened.
Yeah, it's happened
Mm.
before historically in several countries, so it's not a new thing. It's
Yeah,
something
we
that governments do when they feel like they need to bring law and order back, sort of thing, to when there's been a lot of political instability, sort of thing. Yeah.
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 All right, I think I can stop recording.